There we go. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Happy Sunday brunch. I got a bunch of stuff planned. I got a little bit of noise behind me. Nerdy, can you hear me? Oh, barrel full of monkeys on crack is even more fun. Oh, just kidding. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? I need some feedback, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thank you, Nerdy. Hello, Maury. Hello, Nerdy. Hello, Ronnie. How are our shrooms? Mr. Anderson. What's going on, Jesse? Nice of you to come by. I'm appreciative that you did. I got into my lab this morning. Now, I swear yesterday I came down here. Let me adjust this a little bit here. Yes, I daily, what's up? I daily do come down. I check all my things that are growing, da 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 da. And I don't know if you guys remember a week or two ago, I had those jars with the fruits coming out of them. Well, I had two jars growing. I had one that was my Taj Mahal taupe cross that I have no idea what the hell it actually is. And then I had another one that had Hualta, Hualta, or something like that. I can't pronounce it. Not even going to try. Hualta. And I looked in the tent today, and I saw this thing in the corner. It looked like crap on top of my jar, and I looked at it, and it was this freaking huge fruit coming out of a jar. Look at that thing. It's freaking enormous. And it's out of a pint jar. This is a pint. This is not a big jar. This is a little jar with a big-ass fruit coming out of it. I mean, the stipe on the thing is thick. It's like a quarter of the jar. I don't know if I should pick it. I think I should. I'm going to pick it before the end of the day here. We're going to weigh it up. This is going to be the contest today to see how much this weighs. And then I was checking out my subscribe, like, comment. Thank you, Jesse. Derek, nice to see you. I was checking out my LC test on grain. I have some 8 albino penis envy LC I made. Well, I tested it on wild bird seed, corn, and rye berries all at the same time. And I inoculated it on the 2nd of September. Hey, Depraved, thank you for stopping by. So I knocked up all 3 different grains on the 2nd of September. And the wild bird seed is doing okay. It's getting white. It's a little bit wispier looking than sometimes I've seen. I don't know if it's done or not, but it's consolidated in the jar, so there's space and everything. It moves around. And the rye did really well, too. I mean, it's completely consolidated, but it's not bright white. Okay? And then I looked at the corn. This friggin' thing is solid white. There's a couple little white spots or window lickers, a little, but not. I mean, this thing is beautiful. So we're going to put this in some dirt today, or CVG, whatever you want to call it. And then I had another one that was going, and I saw this little Blue Brain BBS I had, and it was fruiting once, and then it started fruiting again. But I think that blue one in the corner there, it's an abort. It looks pretty. It's blue, but it's an abort. It's getting squishy. So, a lot of pictures you'll see these. Look at this beautiful fruit. It's blue. Well, it's a squishy abort. Like if I pull the cap, let's hear. I'll just pick this just to show you guys. When I pull this cap off, it's going to be so dark and nasty. It's going to be like juicy inside. Look at that. That's just rotten. That's not psilocybin. That's rot. Okay. That's gooey rot. Okay, guys. So when you see the blue pictures, that's not always a good thing. Okay. A lot of pictures are just dirty, rotten stuff. Let me get rid of that and wipe my hands here. But anyways, that's what happens when you see a lot of those really, really blue things. It's beautiful, yes, but it can be rot. It can be just a rotting mushroom. But that's what happens sometimes when you see blue pictures. But anyways, this is just something I left over after it fruited already. I let it keep going just for fun, and it popped a few more pins. But they rot. It does happen. Like this one will rot eventually. I mean, it's pretty stiff still. It's still hard as a rock, but it's ready. I mean, I could easily get spores from it, or if I wanted to, but I got plenty of Hualta spores. So yeah, Ronnie, it is. It's crazy. But yeah, so that was what I was talking about with that. Let's see. Let's talk to some people. So let's see. We got Jesse, Monster, Sub. Yeah. It's literally, it's like maybe half ounce of grain and then maybe an ounce of cocoa core. It's a really small amount. I mean, it's not much at all, but it grew one freaking huge one. it's got to be at least 35, 40 grams, that fresh fruit. I don't know, maybe more, maybe less. That's going to be the contest. I really don't know. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Now, I did these other new little, not new, but this is another example of something that we don't know if it's good or bad yet. These little cupcake cups, I did the same thing with a little bit of CBG, a little bit of grain. This one here has got some different type of growth on it, though. See that white stuff? It looks nice and fluffy and mycelial. I think it's contamination. I think that's the early stage of trike. Actually, I'm positive it is. But we're going to test it with something. Here we go. I got some swabs, some hydrogen peroxide, and we're going to take a swab and we're going to put some hydrogen peroxide on it. If it bubbles, it's bad. Take your swab. Oh, drop your swab. Take another swab. Clean swab. I make these swab bags up myself. They're just some different types of swabs I get that are a little pointy at the end. That way it's easier to get in between the gills. And then I make up a 10-pack, and I use them for everything from swabbing fruits to testing weird things. So we're going to put a little drop of hydrogen peroxide on that white stuff and see if it's going to bubble. If it bubbles, it's a contam. Not bubbling. I may be wrong. No, it's bubbling. I don't know if you're gonna. It's get some little bubbles, so that's gonna be a put this off to the side, seal it up for later thing, because why risk it? It's just a little cup of Cosmic Ghost. I got some big bags of that going. So that was just a little test I did. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Married Myco. Now, when they look good, they get these beautiful ropies. That's beautiful. And I know that's beautiful because this was done on the 29th. And then the next one, the last one of these cupcake cups I did, is again beautiful, but it's got pins. I don't know if you can see them. There's little pins in there. There's one right over here, right there. There's some bigger ones over there in the corner over here. Hard to show this on the camera. But anyways, yeah. So these little cups are working. They're growing little pins. They're just fun little experiments I do. I make these little, 1 ounce things just for fun. On the 9th, I made a couple of the new ones with Snape. These are colonizing already. This was from the 9th, and it's already growing in there. Let's see if I can open it. Nice and colonizing. It'll be done in a few days, and then we'll start fruiting. So that's what I do with those. I don't think the bubble peroxide. Nerdy. It probably doesn't, but usually when I have trike, I have other contams in the same area, so it usually always bubbles. I know it's trick. I mean, it's just the early stages. You can tell because of how fluffy it is and how consolidated and tight it is. It's just a different white. It's not right. It hasn't sporulated yet. That's why I'm opening it like that. But I'm also not in my tent. But I would not usually be opening that if it had any type of hint of green to it at all. Yeah, just something. I'm going to spray down my area too again before I do anything. Just spray everything once. That's not how you clean an area, guys. I'm just fucking with you. So anyways, yeah, that was those are the experiments with the little cupcake jars. Good afternoon, Sandy. Nice to see you. The other thing I'm going to show you guys is some of my bag grows I got going on. They're going really, really well. Sorry, I got to put my mic thing in my pocket or else I'll lose it. The albino chocolate crinkle brain from the 24th of August is a slow grower, but it's all fully white. It's going good. The Anubis we did on camera the first Sunday, that was 1 bag of millet, 1 bag of corn, is both doing absolutely wonderful, and it's getting ready to pin. I can see little primordia starting, little round things. So this was spawned the bulk on the 26th. So this is the oldest ones I got right now, 24th, 26th, somewhere in that area. This should pin any day now. Yeah, it looks like there's pins in there. There's primordia. There's little circles. I can't remember which one's corn and which one's millet at this point, but I'll find out once I pull a fruit or two. Yeah, there's definitely pins in there. There's definitely some little primordia starting in that one. I got some better ones to show you that'll show you a little closer what the pins look like. Now, this was from the 2nd of September. I just showed you that one. Never mind. No, that was the Crinkle Brain. This is the caramel popcorn I spawned the bulk on the 2nd of November. So it's getting nice. Badgie, nice to see you. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, that's going good. And let's see, I got a bunch of bags here. They're all doing really, really well. I've had to throw 2 out of 18 that got contaminated. I'm not going to lie to you, they got contaminated. Shit happens. This is, let me find something to open this with. Right behind me. This is a tub of Hualta that I did, as well as at the same time with that grain that's in that jar there. So this tub is a bag grow that I put in here. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little primordia all over the place. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. See all those little white dots? Like right in here? Over here. That's all primordia. Oh, there we go. Up in the corner here, there's a lot of... Anyways, it looks beautiful. I put it in a tub because the bag didn't seem right. It wasn't getting enough moisture. So what I did is I put one of my ShamWows in the bottom of this tub, one of my orange things, soaked it with water and a little peroxide mixed in. And then I cut the bag off and put it in the tub, and then that's it. And then I put a tie wrap. I put 2 tie wraps on this side. I drill holes. And then I put 1 tie wrap on the front to close it. Like the following. So I take a tie wrap and I put it through the holes. I know you guys know how to use tie wraps. I'm not being an ass. I'm just showing you. I got to do it anyways. So you put it through 2 holes, close it up. Oops, there goes my iPad, my phone. That's it. Tied up. Done. Put it away. Let me put this back in the tent real quick. Move a few things out of the way here. I wanted to show you guys real quick before I got started with everything for today. So anyways, yeah, I got all these, let me turn that fan off. Maybe that'll be a little better noise. I got all my bags back here. Right here I got, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 that are already pinning. I got 4 or 5 of the cupcake cups. And we're going to make some ape LC or ape spawn to bulk in a little bit here. Let's see if there's any questions. Going foraging with some new friends today after this, so it's going to be a great day. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I hope you find some good stuff. But let's see. So that's back to my thing about the spawn. I'm not sure if it's the grain. I mean, they were kept in, I know it's the grain, but I think it's kind of interesting. I shouldn't say I'm not sure. I think it's kind of interesting how each grain can produce different results in the same conditions. Just 2 different grains, nothing different. They were broken, shook at the same time, all that stuff. Nothing was done differently with any of them. So what we're going to make with those is this nice bright white one is going to get his own shoebox because I got the liner already set up in there. Okay. I got the top, but I'm not going to use the top until I'm done, until it colonizes. So what I do is I put the top underneath the bottom And then I have a lid to colonize in. And then when I take this off, I can dub tub it. So I got some CVG. I got some grain. I got some gloves. I got a mask. Let's get this stuff going. I always wear a mask when I'm talking around this stuff just because I don't want to spit in my mushrooms. Hold on one second, guys. I'm dropping everything. Dropping everything, meaning my iPad and my iPhone. That stuff you don't want to just drop and throw around. So hold on. Okay. There we go. Let's see how we can do this. Okay. Let me get ready here, guys, and we'll spawn this to bulk. I keep everything right here when I'm getting ready to go live, guys. Sorry, it's a little bit of a clusterfuck, but if I don't have everything right here, I'll be off the camera forever trying to find stuff. So I spend about an hour trying to find everything I need, getting it all on this table after cleaning everything off the table. So this will give me a minute to talk about the raffle. If anybody's interested, I still have 22 tickets left. I sold 18 tickets. There's going to be another one sold soon. That's for a 2x4 flow filter unit FFU. And we're going to keep running for another week or two just until we sell all the tickets. And then we're going to do the raffle 24 to 48 hours after the last ticket sells. Should be done easily in the next week or so. So get your tickets early. Just DM me or email me at MycoAlan, mycology@gmail. So anyways, this is our spawn. We're going to spawn this one into a shoebox. Let's see how it breaks up and how it smells. Let's do a little of a spray real quick just to make sure everything's nice and clean. Oh, that's beautiful. Breaks up nice. Let's give it the smell test. Oh, it's amazing, guys. Smells good. Okay. We got some CVG right here handy. Imagine that. Let me get my towel here, guys, because if I start sweating, I don't want to sweat inside the box. Now, I'm not known for using dub tubs, especially dub tubs with liners, so this might take me a minute to get done right. I usually just load the shoebox with just no liner. Chunks in here. Let me get out. Now my ratio is going to be about 3 to 1. I'm guessing. I mean, you know, I'm not. Thanks. Yeah, it's a 2x4 fan filter unit, brand new, shipped to your door, $25 a ticket. Yeah, it'll ship out, you know, a day or so after the raffle or the next day. I'll order it the same day as the raffle. It's just going to ship directly to you. It's not going to go. It's not like something I have to buy, have it come to me reship it and send it out. It's coming straight from where I'm purchasing it. So it's a pretty good deal. Let's see. We're mixing this in nicely. Make sure you get your corners. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm sure you can't because I'm not even here. So let's get this down there. So like I'm saying, I'm just mixing in this corn. Smells amazing. Now I use one hand for CVG the bag and I use one hand for in the tub here because I don't want to cross-contaminate everything here. Not contaminate, cross-inoculate. I don't want to put a bunch of corn start, you know, spawning inside my CVG bag that I use on something else later. Oh, you should smell it, right, Myco? Smells great. And I had something here. Well, anyway, we're going to skip that. I'm just going to find it real quick. Here it is. I have my press in a Ziploc bag here. I take my press and I put it in a Ziploc bag. That way there it stays clean. It's made out of steel and no rust, and I'm going to take it. Get the air out of the bag. I'm a little bit discombobulated this morning, guys. Sorry. This is a press I had made. My father made it. It's a steel plate. I put it in a Ziploc bag so that I can press things. Now, I'm not pressing hard. I just want a nice, smooth, flat surface. Okay, looks good. I'll press the edges a little bit extra. Make sure there's no, air spots on the sides. I also press the middle a little bit harder than the sides. I don't know if you guys remember why, but that's just to try to get a more even pin set because of the heat from the metabolizing of grains and eating and, the way things work in life. So let's take an opinion. What do you guys think? Pseudo casing or not? Yes or no? Let's leave it up to you guys. It's still only a comment. Pseudo case it or leave it. No pseudo casing. I got a bag of pseudo casing right here. I'm going to use one of my little 8 ounces of just cocoa and vermiculite. Let's see. We see a no. We see a no. We see an always. Come on, guys. Pseudo casing or not? It's a beautiful top. I don't know if we need to. It's beautiful. I'm voting 2 pseudo case. So we got 2 yeses and 2 nos. We could do half and half. Okay, there's another pseudo. We're going to pseudo. We're done. Now we're going to give it a little bit of a drink. Oops. I got a new sprayer that pumps up. And you put a soda bottle on it. Give him a nice drink. Spray the lid. Cover it. And guess what else we do? We label it. If I can find the marker. Anybody remember what this was? Just kidding. It's ape. Ape. Corn. 9/15, right? Today's the 15th, Friday the 13th, 14th, 15th. Yep. There we go. Got my label. I'm also going to write right on here, just in case. And because, I don't know if you guys remember, I put 2 tubs. The inside tub doesn't have a label, so I got to just make sure I write on both tubs what this is, just for a backup in case I misplace something. Just put an ape on there just in case. It's always good to label every part of your tub, inside the bottom, and the top all at the same time. That way everything is labeled and you're not going to get confused. Because it's so easy to get confused when you're doing a bunch of stuff. Now, I got to get one more smell of this stuff. Oh, it's amazing. So, let's see. The case will take longer for my tree. Yeah, it'll take a little bit longer, Derek. I agree. But I'd rather wait a few extra days with a safety the pseudo casing. And it looks a lot cooler when it fruits because you get all the ropes coming up through. That's my opinion. But for science, hell yeah. That's the way to do it, Ronnie. We'll set that up. We can get you on live. We can do it if you want. I've done it before where I've done both, but I've never done an actual like side by side with the exact same grain, the exact same casing, or the exact same CVG. I've just done both ways. I've never tested it specifically as like a scientific experiment. Like these 2 bags here, these are a scientific experiment. One of these has been hydrated with the boil water from my corn, and one of them has been with regular, just straight distilled water. we're going to put spawn in those next week when these are a little more consolidated. I don't want to use these yet. I don't think they're ready. This one, I mean. The ape and the birdseed, the rye grain and the birdseed, I'm going to wait. They're not ready yet. I just don't, I mean, it looks good, but it's got too many little grains left. So I'm probably going to break these up and just see how it recovers. If it recovers good, we'll use it. If it doesn't recover good, we'll just wait. These should recover by tomorrow if they're healthy. Or tomorrow next day. Should be by Tuesday. These should be good. Now, I got an issue, though, because starting tomorrow, I'm taking apart my entire lab. This whole setup here is getting moved out, and I'm building a new lab, which is going to be fun because it's going to be a 12 by 10 basically sized room that is going to be completely sealed except for filtered air. It's going to be 3 inches off the floor, so there won't be any moisture issues in the basement here. It's going to be plastic lining all around the edges, or all the walls are plastic covered. I'm going to have 4 8-foot long shelves down one wall, a bunch of 4-foot long shelves in the back. My fan filter unit that I'm using, not fan filter, my hood, I built it, my filter unit in one corner. And then I have my other filter back here, my original fan filter, I'm going to be putting in there as well. So I'm going to have 2 HEPA filters in there, probably about 16 feet worth of shelving, 4 shelves, 16 feet total in length. So that's what, 16, 30, 64 feet worth of shelving. So it's going to make it really nice to do it. And I'm trying to do it all for under $100. Actually, I'm doing it all for under $73. That's all I have in my checking account. I haven't spent anything yet, but I got to buy some more cinder blocks. I need to buy 12 cinder blocks. They're $2 a piece. And then I got to get furring strips, which is 1x3s that I'm building the whole structure out of, like you build a greenhouse with plastic on the walls. I'm doing that, but in my basement. So it's basically going to be an indoor greenhouse, like a Jesus, why do I have this on? Oh, no wonder I'm so hot. I'm talking through a mask. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to have basically an indoor greenhouse. Yeah, Ronnie, this is basically my dream lab in this room. I mean, as far as whatever I can build in here, this is the dream come true. I didn't think I'd be able to because it's not my house, my father's house. So, he finally said, well, why don't you just build something? So once I figured out how to get the flooring done properly, because the basement here does have water issues. So in the fall or the spring, actually it's mostly in the spring when the snow melts, we do get flooding and I can get up to 1 inch of water on the floor. It happens all the time and it dries out once the water level goes down. But it's not good for a lab to have water sitting on the floor. Yeah, dumpster diving, Mike. I know that's basically what I do. I was actually going to do, he's saying dumpster diving. I actually get a lot of stuff from my dump, my local dump. They have a give and take area. I mean, I got my first 2 pressure cookers there. I've gotten hundreds of totes and plastic bins from there. Derek, yeah, I have a roll of 10 mil black plastic, 20 feet wide by 100 feet long. So I'm not even worried about plastic. I got plenty of plastic to do the whole. I can go down the back, across the bottom, and up the front, and then fold the sides in like a gift wrapping the room. It's going to have at least 5 feet or 4 feet from the floor of sealed enclosed plastic where it can't get water passage. But yeah, dumpster diving is awesome, dude. I mean, I'm going to get next week when I go on Saturday or maybe Tuesday, I'm going to take my GoPro with me just to show you guys what the give and take is like at my local dump. It's kind of fun. I mean, there's a bunch of weirdos there sometimes, but it's all good. We're all weirdos. Yeah. When I was a kid, my father visited some friends of his we're in Massachusetts, so it's New England. They went to Martha's Vineyard, which is a very, very ritzy area. We visited somebody that lived there. And apparently every fall in Martha's Vineyard, instead of moving everything that they bring with them or they buy all their electronics or TVs and all this shit. Well, apparently at the end of the season, instead of moving it all with them back to the Hamptons or wherever the hell they go, the rich people, they just throw it in the dump. So they get a summer out of things and then they just throw it all away. So the people that were dumpster diving there got all the shit they wanted whenever they wanted it. I mean, it was amazing from what I was told. I mean, I was young, 3, 4, 5 years old. I mean, but the stories I've heard. Yeah, I think it's an island out there. I've never been there myself. Well, I've been there, but I don't remember being there. It's in Massachusetts. Martha's Vineyard, the Hamptons, all that shit is on the East Coast of New England. But yeah, the island. So yeah. Let me give you some more information on the waffle guys. What it's going to be, $25 a ticket. There's 20 something tickets left, 22 tickets left. I got to check my email. I'm sure I've been selling a couple every like 12 hours. So it's only been going on for a few days, 3-4 days. It took a couple days to get the word out. So it's been like 3 days of sales. And, a bunch of you guys already have tickets. I know that. I'm not preaching you guys to buy more. I'm just saying, let people know it's a good deal. I'm going to do the raffle live. It's going to be completely random. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to show you how I enter all your names in live. And if you guys want, you guys can pick the raffling, the app that does the wheel. I don't really care. I don't want anything to do with it. I will download it live. It's going to be completely fair and completely random. I have no interest in winning it because I already have 3 units. I have no interest in cheating because that would put a mark on my name, and I don't want to do that. I want to be honest and I want to be reputable, impeccable. But it's going to be fun. Again, you can direct message me on the comments of any one of my videos. I try to check them all, and I usually get a notification. If I don't get back to you on YouTube, message me on Instagram or Facebook. My name is MycoAlan on all platforms except for my email. My email is MycoAlanMycology@gmail. I'm working on getting that to just MycoAlan too, but haven't got there yet. But yeah, you can get a ticket. You can buy 2, 3. I don't care how many tickets you buy. Just don't buy all of them. That'd be an asshole move. Well, actually, you know what? Fair is fair. You want to buy what you want to buy. We're going to be probably running monthlies. Hopefully, that would be what I'd like to do between me and Ronnie. Ronnie's going to do one, I think, too, next. We're going to split it up, or everybody. We're going to advertise and try to get the biggest group of people available to get these prizes because we want you guys to not just win a few cultures and some grain bags. Nothing better than a fan filter unit or a starter kit with this. Thank you. I believe it was Derek that mentioned this. Yeah, a starter kit, like a 22 cart Presto stuffed with stuff that you can start growing with right away. That would be fun. Those are the types of prizes I want to do. No, it's not free. It's not. Why? Take a raffle, take a chance. I mean, people buy lottery tickets all the time. Why not do it this way? I just want to make up the money that costs us to do it and have everybody happy at the end of the day. I'm adding 2 consolation prizes to the raffle as well. So first raffle is going to be for the FFU. We're done. That's it. After that raffle is done, I'm going to take the rest of the names. I'm sorry. Whoever wins the FFU cannot win the consolation prizes. You got enough on the filter. Consolation prizes are going to be 2 packages, LCs, plates, just a bunch of stuff I got that I'm going to throw in boxes for you guys. I'm going to make a couple chocolate bars, some decent ones. Yes, real chocolate bars with real stuff in them. Maybe even that fruit, depends how much it weighs. Thanks, Sandy. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you. That would be great. But yeah, that's message me in private as far as anybody wants to donate anything towards either the weekly giveaways that I'm going to do or the monthly raffles. We can get some good stuff going out to people, not only genetics and stuff, but we can get some equipment to people that need it, that can't necessarily afford it, but have $20 extra every month or something, just a couple bucks here and there. 20, $25 is nothing nowadays. It's a couple lattes, whatever it is. I'm not in the world that much, so I don't know what $25 buys you anymore. Probably doesn't buy you much. But yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Derek, you want to talk about useless crap? I'm going through everything here, and I'm down to the point where I need some jars of grain, some LCs, just the basics. When I first started, I took everything in. I thought I was going to make LC jars with super special lids and this and that. I bought 18 of these because I was going to fix the lids to get this and that for LCs, and I was going to make LCs. I was going to make different bags and different containers. Very simple. One little bag, a little bit of CBG, a little bit of grain. That's how you grow mushrooms. You don't have to get fancy, guys. If you want to grow at home just for yourself, just for fun, just for learning, this is what this is all about, guys. It's not, I'm clean and sober today because of mushrooms. And it's not even because I took a mushroom. It's because of the hobby of growing the mushroom. There's so much more to it than just taking a mushroom. Yeah, I could eat a few grams of mushrooms all the time, but that's not going to do anything for me on the days I'm not eating them. But yet I have 3-4 hours a day that I can spend in my little mushroom world and grow stuff and think of stuff. I mean, I spend 12 hours a day probably just thinking about shit and trying to think shit up, and then another 12 hours thinking more shit up about that shit. It's just it preoccupies you so you don't think about the bad stuff in your life sometimes. It just gives you that time away, that time with people, especially this community, because you guys are great. I got 20 people here. I mean, that's amazing. I've never had 20. I think we usually stop at like 17. So every week it's getting bigger and bigger. And then the after views are even better, because I was having like 99, 130 views afterwards, which that's amazing, guys. I mean, I've never talked to that many people and had them listen, so I'm trying to do my best for you guys. But yeah, this hobby saved my life, basically. Well, no, let me rephrase that. Buddy, my dog, saved my life. This prolonged it. If it wasn't for Buddy, I think things would be a lot different in my life. My mother passed last year, and without Buddy and without this, I probably wouldn't have had much else to do but think about dread. Absolutely, Ace. There's always something to do. You can always clean something. You can move something. You can build something. Everybody going online and saying you have to buy this and buy that and buy my, I think I've bought under a dozen cultures, physically bought them. I mean, and 4 of them I just bought like a week ago because I really wanted a certain one, and I finally am able to do that occasionally, buy a culture. I mean, I save up and save up, but I'm not working, so I have to save every penny. I get like $25 a week for keeping things clean around my father's house. That's what I survive on. I don't have any bills because I don't make any bills. Oh, Mike, yeah, that sucks. You doing anything like for that, like methadone, Suboxone, or is it not that kind of withdrawals? Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know if I'm throwing anybody out there. I know you feel like shit. My wife is tired about your mushrooms. Why? Yeah, thank you, Daniel. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm really distracted by Mike Barball right now. Mike, I really want to talk to you about that because I know how it feels. Sorry, that's just good. Okay, I'm down to 37 grams myself, milligrams. I'm on a taper schedule. Tomorrow I go down to 33. But good. Keep on it. Just stick with it. Yeah, no, I know. I've 4 years. I'm coming on 4 years on the 28th of this month, or no, of October. I'm sorry, not next month. Yeah, that first, I don't know how long you're into it, but that first month sucks. First year sucks. It gets better. It does. Yeah, I was up to 140 at one point. So I hear you. But you can do it. It's easy. Yeah. The best thing I found out about rehab is if you don't use drugs, rehab's easy. Weirdest fucking thing. If you do the things they tell you to do for some stupid reason, just give up all your own thoughts and just do what they tell you. If you find a good place, things will get better. I've never had a violation. I've never had a dirty test. I've never had any of that stuff when I just don't do drugs. It was amazing. Good. No problem, Nerdy. Thank you for coming at all. That's great. I'm glad you came. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. If you want to throw in a guess for the weight on this mushroom, I'll keep you in mind before you go. So whatever the closest weight on this little fruit, guys, let's give it a little picky here. Whoa, it's picking up the whole cake. There we go. So whoever guesses closest on this one, let's give you a better view. It's actually a nice size fruit. So whoever guesses closest is going to win this week's prize package, which is going to be plates and a couple LCs. I'm going to send you out some stuff. It's the fresh weight. We're not doing it based on dry weight because I'm not going to dry it right in front of you guys. But you guys want to throw up some guesses? We'll get the guessing going. Whoever's closest is going to win the prize. So throw your guesses out, guys. I'll give you guys a minute to throw guesses while I check the weight. Okay, we got some guesses coming in. We got Ace again at 25 grams, Mick Guru 22 grams. We got Badger Bunk at 33, Mike Bear about 32, Kiana 37, Jambo 60, Bill D, 37. Mary Michaels, 75. Keep guessing, guys. I got a winner, I think, already, but we'll see. D. Anderson, 28.18. Well, you're getting specific there. Okay, we got 19 people here, and we only got about 10 guesses, guys. Come on, let's keep guessing. Let's see, anybody else wants to guess? Go ahead, throw a guess out there. PTC 40. Hey, what's up? Is that you, Cat? I think that's you, Cat, right? You're not the winner, but nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay, well, we're going to call it. Okay, the weight was 31.3 grams. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it. Of course, this thing doesn't want to read the freaking screen. It says 31.3 there, guys. There you go. 31.3. I think Mike Baraball's at 32. Let's see. Got 31.3. Mike Baraball, 32 wet. 32 wet wins it. Mike Baraball, congratulations. DM me. We'll talk about getting you a prize package if you want one. We'll give you something good. We'll get you some grains or some cultures or something out there. We'll get you going. I'd love to see somebody grow something with one of my cultures out in the world too, which people are, but I'd love to see a prize package. Good job, Mike. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you. I just sent last week's winners out yesterday. I got behind because I let the people that win pick their cuts out of what I got for genetics. So what I do is I cut the fresh sample and put it on new mini plates, and then I wait for it to start growing, and then I mail it out. So it's going to take me about a week if you pick some good genetics that you want from what I got, for a list of what I got available. Yeah, Badgie, you were next. I think you had 33. I'm sorry, he was closest, but maybe next week. We got plenty of freaking giveaways to do. Like I said, the giveaways are being done, thankfully, to the people that are joining the raffle. Any little extra that came from that is going towards the shipping on the raffles. There's been a few people that have bought a few things off me for fun, cultures and stuff. They bought spores. That's all they bought. Spores, just spores. We're only offering spores. I don't want to get shut off the website here. So that's actually going towards the shipping of any free prizes that go out. So guys, it's all thankful to you. You guys are all helping each other out by doing these giveaways and buying raffle tickets. And if you need something, hit me up and we'll take care of you. I think I've sent out a dozen packages the past month just to people, just for fun, just for being thankful to what they've done for me as far as talking and being involved and liking me and stuff on the like buttons. So wow, that's 32 grams. Smells amazing. You guys want to see how you swab one of these? Yeah, let's do it. I got some swabs right here. I just opened. Oh, knock everything over. So anyways, when you swab a fruit, let's do this really nicely. This is not the official how you do it, sterile and all that crap, guys. This is just me playing around here with a fruit that's sitting in front of me. When you swab a fruit, you take your swab, okay? Now, you find your gill sections. They're going to be like separated. Some fruits are tight and it's hard to do. What you're going to do, this is hard to do on a camera, guys. So give me a second to fix the camera. You're going to take your swab and you're going to separate a couple gills and just slide it in between those gills. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Here we go. And spin the swab while it's in there. So you're spinning the swab while you're stroking in between the two gill fragments. And look at that. All kinds of swabs and spores on there. So basically, again, you put it between a couple gill sections and just gently back and forth. I'm barely holding the swab. As you can see all that brown, or not the brown, the gray? That's all spores. There's no tissue on there at all. Now, you don't want these things. Now, this is how you don't swab a fruit, okay? That's how you do it. This is how you don't do it. You don't take your fruit and take your swab and go and drive it through the freaking fruit and take 6 swabs and go like this. That's not how you swab a fruit. Do not get your swabs to look black like that. You're featherly, gently swabbing between the gills. That's all you're doing. You're just barely rubbing between the gills. Nice and gentle. No jabbing, No swabbing with 6 freaking swabs in your hand, you know, trying to, I'm going to grab all that fucking fruit, and then you have all this freaking crap on there. That's nasty. That's trash. Okay? That's all gill tissue and freaking bacteria. What you do, you're going to see 2 gills. You're going to spread them apart. You're going to spread the lips of the gills apart, okay? You're going to stick your swab in between the 2 gills, and you're going to go in and out, back and forth, and spin nice and gentle. That is loaded with thousands and thousands of spores right there, maybe even tens of thousands. I can't tell from, you know, without my microscope, but that's all you do. You're not pushing hard. You're not doing anything fancy. You're just gently rubbing between the 2 gills, kind of sexual, you know, just spread the lips, put the thing in, and go back and forth. That's how you do it. Yeah, that fruit has been violated. Absolutely. But anyways, I see people selling swabs that are black, okay? If I wanted to sell swabs on the internet, this is how I would do it to rip you guys off, okay? This is how you rip people off. Take a Sharpie, okay? Take a brand new swab. Take your Sharpie. Look at the freaking spores on that thing. That's how people do it. I'm not lying. It's freaking sick the way people freaking try to make money, you know? I'm sorry, I get very frustrated about swabs because I got a bunch of swabs and they were all fucking bacterial and nasty. And the ones that did fruit were not swabs. They were freaking clones of something. But yes, there are people that are painting the tips of their swabs with either dipping it in something, or they take, like, you know, they let their swabs sporulate onto paper and they wipe it all up with a swab, which could be okay. But you're looking at several vectors of contamination of bacteria by letting your fruit swab, make a spore print, and swabbing the spore print, and then sending it out. If you grab a swab and you take a little bit off the spore print and go to agar, that's one thing. But yeah, activated charcoal, exactly, Derek. I mean, yeah, they probably don't use a freaking Sharpie, but I wouldn't doubt it with some of the swabs I've seen. You know, they probably painted black and then go over it with blue just to make it look like it's freaking colorful. But I mean, this fruit here has been sitting here for a few minutes and it's starting to turn blue. But let's see. Oh, look at, there's a little mini fruit on the edge. I never saw that. That's so cute. I'm trying to split this open. See how the color is inside. It should be white, yeah. Well, it's not going to turn bright blue like a lot of people do. I mean, you can take alcohol and spray that and it'll turn dark blue really, really quickly. But I'm not going to ruin that fruit. I like this fruit. I'm going to dry that fruit. Anyways, does anybody have any questions on mycology while we're here? Mushroom growing, not necessarily mycology, but mushroom growing, room building, text, anything you want to know. If I know it, I'm an open book. I'll share it with you. Exactly, Mary Michael. If you can't swab a fruit, don't swab fruits. Very simple. Because the people that get the swabs want spores. I mean, I hate sending out swabs. I really do. Because they're very hard to work with. Swabs are very hard. Okay, yes, some people will have the best luck in the world. They'll find the perfect vendor. Everything will be great. This is Hualta. Huaultla. I can't pronounce it properly. It's actually a very nice strain. It's a brown cap, but it's one of the only brown caps I like. I usually prefer albinos 100 times more. But this is actually a very nice strain. It's very low spore. It doesn't drop a lot of spores all over. As you can see, the jar is still freaking clean, pretty much, and it's sporulated already, because you can tell by the gill thingy, the veil break ring. That's what you're asking, Mike. What kind is that? Is that what you're asking? That's Hualta. It's a Psilocybe cubensi. You know, normal research purpose only mushroom. But anyways, I'm still random today for some reason, because next week is going to be iffy on the setup. I might be a little more discombobulated even more next Sunday, because I'll probably have the room half to 3/4 of the way done. Thank you, Jambo. It's going good. Final designs are in my head and on the floor. Basically what I'm doing is it's going to be about 8 by 10, 8 by 12, or 8 by 10, 9 by 11. It's going to be a rectangle, 10, 11 feet long across the back, 8 feet deep. I'm going to have my 2 flow units in there, my fans in there. I'm going to have probably 16 feet of shelving, 4 shelves, 16 feet long each. It's going to be great. I'm going to have plenty of room to put everything in there. Finally get all this shit cleaned up. I might even put my fruiting in there. I'm not sure because I think I might have enough space to take one shelf and seal it off with plastic on all 4 sides. And that's simple because the back's going to be sealed already because I'm going to staple the plastic to everything inside the room as well. So I'll just have to put plastic on the sides, and then I could have a little fruiting shelf, like 8 feet long, 2 feet tall, 18 inches deep fruiting chamber that I could put everything in there. It's going great. I'll have more videos out on it by Wednesday or so, depending on how much I get done. Tomorrow, I start packing up my tent. Once I get the tent down, I can do everything else because the tent is halfway in the way of everything. I might be able to show you if you guys give me a second. Let me see if I can get a link here. Let me see if I can go show you guys. I just got to do one thing. I got to log on to a different device to bring a camera over there. Let me type this out. HTTP. Sorry, I'm a slow typer. com/AP9 J6 QHH go. Ooh, yay, it's working. Okay, hold on, guys. I'll have it in the camera. I'll go show you how things are going over there. Okay. Okay, here we go. I should be able to show you guys. Where is it? Okay, guys, it's not working. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. There we go. Okay. So what we got here, this is my old tent right here. Not old. I mean, it's still good. Okay. Now it's a mess in here, guys, because I was just moving everything around. But I got to pack up all my cultures over here. And then this is where I just brought a bunch of bricks in, but basically going to be bricks on the floor down there with plywood on top, and then it's going to be built in this whole section. Anyways, that's what that's going to be. Sorry, I don't like the way this camera sounds. Sorry, I'm getting a feedback here, so. Okay. That tent is only about half what it's going to end up being like. Oh, come on. Okay. Sorry, I was getting a feedback loop between my phone and my thing. That's the other thing too, is when I get the new room built, I'm going to have a studio in there. So I'll be able to have people watch what I'm doing and everything in multiple camera angles and stuff. Ace. I'm actually going through that right as you speak. I literally have bags right here that I am in fruiting conditions. This is Royal Redneck. I don't know. I've fruited in bags before, but I've always opened them and looked at them. These I have these filter caps on instead of filter bags. But basically they're low O2, high CO2 bags. I'm sorry. These are going to have more O2 than normal bags because of the fact that they have this filter patch, which is very allowing for air to go in and out. You know, these breathe really, really well. And I got pinning. So fruiting conditions has basically been, I put a rubber band around after it colonized just to keep the air away from the side pin, just to keep it from side pinning. The reason I use rubber bands this time instead of tape is because my labels are down here. And I just wanted to be able to read it and not mess with it too much. Because this is part of a two-part experiment. One of these has corn and one of them has Milo sorghum. And I'm watching to see how they grow side by side. Everything else is identical. But yeah, fruiting from bags is interesting. I mean, I got a shitload of bags going back here. I don't know if you can see all these. There's like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 here. I got another half dozen over there, but they're just been mixed. Yeah, it's interesting. What I do now is I do my grain spawn in jars. I think it's 10 times better in my personal opinion. Doing grain in bags doesn't seem to work for me. I have some success, probably about 50% success with bags. Now what I do, I put my CVG in bags. So the bag I'm going to use to spawn the bulk in, I take my CVG, I load up my bags. I have a whole box of them here. I use 10 ounce CVG bags. I put them in the pressure cooker. After they're hydrated, I put them in here at field capacity, put them in the pressure cooker in the bags. Then when I'm ready to go, I take one of these bags. I open it up. I can use this. I used this earlier for my casing layer on the dub tub, but I take one of these bags. I dump 6 ounces of colonized grain spawn into it. Boom. I have a 1 pound bag. It looks just like that. Easy. It's so much easier for me than doing dub tubs like I did earlier or trying to put grain inside of a bag. I want bags to work so much more than I do tubs because tubs just don't work for me. They're just so big and so bulky. Even shoe boxes. There's just too much space being used by a shoebox. I mean, this shoebox that I made earlier, I can put 3 or 4 bags in the space that this takes up. I mean, yeah, I'll get a lot more fruit out of this, which is why I do occasional shoeboxes because I need fruit just to have. But I mean, this one fruit out of this little jar today gave me 31.3 grams. This is going to be an eighth dry, one fruit. You know, I mean, I have plenty of dry stuff. Oh, there's the thing I wanted to mention, you guys. When you're storing your fruit, put it in glass or vacuum sealed. But make sure you have a really good vacuum sealer because I vacuum sealed some fruits and they came mushy after about a month. I had to throw away almost 2 Z's of freaking shrooms. Just because. Well, the reason, Ace, I do it is because when your grain is done, it's basically all your variables are gone after graining. If your grain is good and colonized properly, it should be resistant to contamination. So at that point, the grain is not a vector. The next only vector is going to be your CVG or your substrate of your choice. So if you have it sterile, or at least, I only do these for like maybe 45 minutes. I usually do them with other stuff. But like this experiment I did yesterday or the other day, I did a video. One of these has corn water in it, one of them doesn't, and I can pressure cook these, and I know they're sterile. So variables are now gone. I don't have to worry about anything from the CVG. Yep, exactly. Am I right, Myco? Like I did earlier, I just took the grain jar. I mean, you just dump it right in the bag. I mean, I don't have a grain jar. I would do this, but I don't. It's not ready yet, so I'm not going to destroy it. That's part of my test on the. Oh, here's a neat thing. Contamination. I have this nice green jar of trichoderma. I don't know if you can see it, but it's green. See how green that is? Nasty, right? But I got a problem. The mycelium is over-colonizing the trike. So I got that spot there that's growing. Now the trike was there, and the mic is growing over the trike there and there. It's recolonizing the trick. I don't know why, but I'm just leaving it, letting see what happens. Maybe I'll find some trick-resistant strain or something. I don't know. Mike, I took 75 grams of dry cocoa coir in a bag, and I added 150 milliliters of distilled water. And then in this bag, I put 75 grams of cocoa coir with 150 milliliters of the corn water from my pressure cooker when I force hydrated my last batch of corn. So this corn in these jars is what I pressure cooked before jarring it. I use the water from this corn in that CBG. It's an experiment to see if it grows faster or does something more. I haven't done it yet, so we're gonna find out once I put some spawn in there. I gotta get a pint so I can split it between the both of them. Right now, I just got a bunch of half pints ready, which won't do enough grain for 2 bags. No, Wayne, thank you for coming, by the way. I don't put popcorn water in my agar. I'm trying to be really basic with my agar recipe right now. Just LME, light malt extract. About it. A lot of stuff has issues in my new tent's going to take care of a lot of stuff because I don't have 100% sterile area right now. I do have a very, very good system, but it's not as good as it could be. So I'm ending up with some contaminations that I don't understand what they're coming from. Like 1 out of 10 plates will have all kinds of like little white spots all over it. And I'm just like, where the hell did that come from? The rest are perfect. I'm thinking it's something I'm doing wrong, or it's just, yeah, I need more space. I don't have enough space right now. So I'm keeping my agar very, very basic. I don't want to add in anything that could throw everything off. I have a little bit of charcoal agar, but I'm not adding grain water yet. No. Thank you for asking, though. He was asking about putting corn or grain water in my agar. Oh, yeah, there you go. Ronnie does. Cool. I like just the basic recipes, guys. I'm trying to get everything down to simplicity. Keep it simple. That's all I'm trying to do lately. You know what I can't find? Excuse me for 1 second. There we go. For those of you just joining or that hadn't been here, we are doing a fan filter unit raffle this month. Tickets are $25 a piece. Contact me through one of my social medias, either Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, comment on a video. I'll try to get it. If I don't get back to you, try commenting on another platform. I'm MycoAlan on all of them, just like my name says up there. If you want to email me, you can email me directly. The email is a little bit different. It's MycoAlan, mycology@gmail.com. Still pretty simple. I'm working on getting an even simpler one. If you want to buy a ticket, like I take Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, I take everything. I prefer Cash App just because that's where everybody's been paying. So I have one account that has all the money in it for that. I don't want to start spreading it amongst different accounts if I don't have to. We got 22 tickets left. We had 40. We got 18 gone, 22 left. Hopefully they'll be gone this week, and then we can do the raffle next weekend. Otherwise, it'll be the weekend after. It'll be 48 hours after the last ticket sold. 24 to 48. It'll probably be quicker because I'm excited to see who wins. And then I will get that ordered and have it shipped directly to you from the ordering company. So that would be that. I hope everybody who wants to buy a ticket, get a hold of me because it's not going to take a long time to get this done. It's only been 5 days total, I think. It's been since like Monday or Tuesday of last week that I started this because it wasn't last Sunday. I know that. It was after last Sunday, so it's been pretty quick. People are really interested in getting a fan filter unit. It's a 22.6 inch by 46.7 inch. It's that weird size because of millimeters and stuff, the transition from China, wherever they build these things. It's not exactly 2 foot by 4 foot. It's like, 22 point. I don't have the thing on me, but yeah, I do. I can tell you. Sorry, I get sidetracked real easy, guys. Let's see, picture time. I can show you guys pictures too. It is one of these fan filter units. Those 22 by, let's see if I can get the measurement now. It's hard on these freaking pictures. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's 22.6 tall by 46.2 wide by 11.37 deep. That's the exact measurement. Let me turn the little ring light off here. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the exact unit. It's the exact measurement. Nice. It's got the filter. It's got everything. It does not have a filter. It has it all. And that'll be shipped to your door. 110 volts, US plug, US only, guys. It's okay, Mike. We can work with you next time. We're gonna have more raffles going on. You know, maybe somebody will donate you a ticket. Who knows? Just keep in touch. Keep up to date. Yeah. But yeah, I want to get these tickets sold so I can get one of you guys a fan filter unit. Yeah. And one other requirement: when you get it, make a little post saying that you got it. You know, right? It's plenty big enough to do whatever you need. I do all my work in front of 24 by 24. My biggest thing is having space around me, not necessarily the fan unit right now. I'm just any flat surface I can find, I cover basically. I mean, I'm not going to show you around, but basically, yeah, everything is covered with stuff. You know, it's all stuff that's very important to me. All my stuff is really, really, really important. I have to have my stuff. I mean, if I don't have a marker or TV remote right next to me at all times, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I do have a lot of stuff that it's not needed, but it's like these, you know, cupcake containers. I enjoyed making these little cupcake things like this. These little containers grows, and they're growing. So what I did, I buy 50 more of them. You know, but it was like $6 for 50 of them. I think it was like $3.95 on the AliExpress. I could buy 2 of them or 5 of them off Amazon for like $12. I bought 50 of them for like $6. It just makes sense at that point. You're just being stupid if you spend money on stuff you don't, you know. Oh yeah, exactly. But so yeah, and there's also not only the fan filter unit. That's first grand prize. That's what we're raffling off. I am adding in 2 consolation prizes for the after the main raffle. That person wins. They're out of the running for the second and third raffle, which is just going to be a couple LCs, a couple plates. I'll let you guys choose whoever wins. I'll let them choose a couple cultures from my list. You know, we'll put a good package together. I'm going to make them a chocolate bar, each person. So it's going to be a. Oh, they're going good. Ace. Let me see. I have them somewhere. Where did I put them? Okay. Huh. I have them right there. I brought them over here. Oh, no, it's not there. Hold on. I got to find them. Oh, I put them back in the tent. One of them has a trick. That's this one. This one's gone bad. Okay, this one here has white fluffy trick pretty much on it. I was showing everybody that earlier. This one is going great. It's got nice ropey mycelium on it. Looking great. And this one is pinning. It's got little boots starting. There's one right there in the middle of the screen right now. Hard to see. The camera half sucks, but oh well. Right there. And then over here. 1, 2. Oh, there's a bunch of them. There's some down here. Right here. Over here. So yeah, this little cupcake grow went good. This jar grow, Ace, went really good. It had this big fruit sticking out of it earlier. Yeah, my little micro grows are fun. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed something here. Something just happened. So yeah, the cupcakes are going good. Yeah, these things are going to be fun to grow. I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, there are so many other little Primordia. I'm going to get a good picture of this and post it on Instagram. That's going to look really cool with a good camera. Yeah. Thanks, Ace. Yeah. These are a lot of fun. This is the type of stuff I do, guys. This is why the hobby is interesting because, like, a while back, I don't know if you guys remember, I talked about BRF cakes. Well, one of my BRF cakes came out with a little bit of trike on it the other day, the one that ended up growing finally. Well, I cut it off. I soaked it overnight, and then I put it in this cupcake cup, and it's all completely white and fluffy mycelium now. And this is a BRF cake. I put it on a little bit of cocoa core in this cup. I sealed it with tape just because there was trick on it, so I wanted to make sure nothing gets out. But there's no sign of any contamination left. See how it's cut on a little bit of an angle there? It was square, and then I cut that corner off because there was a little something bad there. But it all colonized right back over. And that's this is a BRF cake sitting on a bed of cocoa core. I do all kinds of shit like that. That's why I said, that's why I got so much stuff. Yeah, no, like, the only reason I'm showing this one, Ronnie, is because it's still white. There's no spoilation. But I mean, basically, yeah, I could kill it. There, I just ISO'd it. Not worried about that. If it was green, I wouldn't be opening it or having it anywhere near here. That's going away as soon as I'm done with this video. But it's still white, so I'm not really that concerned. Yeah, no, I try to catch trick before it even gets even close to green. If I see the right kind of white, it goes far away. It goes to a different section. Usually I put it inside a Ziploc bag and whatever, but I knew that one was going bad about a day or two ago, so I just kept it aside. And it's still white. If it was green, it wouldn't be here. Because the green is the problem, spoilation. So until it's green, from what I've been told, the green's the bad stuff. I mean, I'm not going to stick my finger in it and stick my finger in another culture and see what happens. I mean, but trick is everywhere. It's in the air. I mean, so not really any chance of avoiding it. They're just dealing with it. I mean, you know, like I have a whole jar of trick right here. Well, you know, it's not spreading to everything else, but it's sealed. And then I wrap the top with tape. I mean, or, you know, saran wrap. So, but yes, it will jump. Oh, Mike, that sucks. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know, Mike, you've seen my plants. My girls are going good. It's the best grow I've ever done. Last year I did 4 little pots, maybe 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall at the end. These are 12 feet tall. And they're getting so many nice little buds. I'll be posting on that in the next day or two. Try to spread the posts out, so not every day, because it just gets kind of monotonous to show the same thing over and over. And if you wait a week, you see more. You know, you see more growth if you wait a little while. You haven't, Mike? Okay, well, I'll send. I don't know. Do you follow me on Instagram? Either way, okay. I'll make a YouTube video on plants later, showing everybody. I think I can show plants online. Yeah, I don't care. I show mushrooms anyway. So. Oh, excuse me. But yeah. So I'll do a nice deep dive into my plants later. I'll get up on the ladder and get you some pictures of the tops. It happens, Robbie. You'll get through it. I mean, just keep everything clean. I mean, just wash. You know, you got your filters, you got your air filter. So, yeah, my Instagram, Mike. Just follow me there. Just hit me up on Instagram. We can talk. I can show you pictures and stuff. I got a ton of pictures of stuff up there. My dog, my grows, my mushrooms, my everything. Just weird shit. Just stuff I do. Oh, the other thing too is that barrel I made for the outdoor cooker. I made a video on Instagram. My father made a barrel for me where he cut the top off and made a wind guard. So what's happening is, I don't know if you know those outdoor propane turkey fryer grill things. Well, when the wind blows, it fucks everything up. So he took a barrel and he cut, 12 inches or 13 and 15 inches off the top of the barrel, flipped the barrel over so the bottom was solid, and then welded that to the top so that I could put my burner inside of it. And now it works great. I can turn it down nice and low, keep that pressure cooker going at the right temperature. Works out great. So we made a great, that video's up on Instagram too. Yep. Let's see. I need some tech info, guys. I need you guys to ask me techs to try during the week for next Sunday, because I'm willing to do whatever you guys want. I just need some info and questions about what you want to learn about. I will deep dive it, find out everything I can about it, and then I will produce it for you on Sundays. As long as it doesn't cost a lot of money, I'll do it. I don't care. Even if it's just a wasteful amount of stuff like corn or CBG, I don't mind wasting a little bit for fun and for science. it's not a waste though, because no matter what, you're going to learn something. We will learn something one way or the other. I don't mind doing experiments with you guys, like that CVG with the, or I'm sorry, like that ape with the pseudo casing. I don't mind doing it, with or without. I just like to get some input from you guys, and then we can do things. Great. Married Myco. Isn't that pretty? Anyways, I should dry this up. And I should put a bow on it and just have this in a box or something. Let's see. So yeah, the lab is going good. I got to pack up all this shit this week. Oh, basically I got to move everything 20 feet one way and then sort it all out as I put it back in everything. Mike, if the withdrawals are causing you to have low energy, one thing I found that helps is to just do something. I find myself lazy. Like, I don't want to start a project because it's going to be hard, or it's going to be this, or going to be that. I don't have the energy. I don't want to do it. But if I just start, like this room over here, it was packed full of shit. I had to move it, and then I just did it. And then I took 10 minutes and I started. And after a little while, next thing you know, and I ended up getting the whole area cleaned out within an hour. It didn't take that long, and it was easy. It was painful. It hurt. I dealt with it, but afterwards, it was worth it. So sometimes you just got to just bite the bullet and just try doing something, even if it's just something like doing the dishes or just something stupid, just to get you going. It gets bigger and bigger as you do more and more things like that. I still can't do a lot, but I can do enough. I can get a project started and continue on to it. Like I know tomorrow I have to start packing up that tent. You just got to do it. I know I'm dreading it. I mean, my excuse was this video today was why I couldn't do the tent. We're not in the tent. We have nothing to do with the tent. But this video, this brunch is my excuse for not doing it yet. I had to wait till after Sunday. Don't know why. Probably because in my mind it was because I was going to put everything over here. But I ended up cleaning all this stuff up before the video anyways. So it wouldn't have mattered if I had a pile over there or a pile over here or a pile behind me. That was my excuse, and I used it. And I didn't do anything until tomorrow. Maybe I should start it later today, but I still have other thoughts on my mind. I got to move all the code. I got to make sure everything's growing right. You can make excuses to not do anything. Making excuses to do something is where the challenge lies. That's what I found. Smoke a bowl. Yeah, I'd be asleep if I did that. Fungi. Mungo Rancher. Oh, God, that would be funny. Yeah, I wish I could find a way to get an energetic pot. I don't have it. That's just, it always puts me to sleep. But yeah, you can do it, Mike. It'll get better. I mean, it'll get better to a point. I mean, you're still going to have to realize that I have to realize I'm lazy. I know that. But I do a lot. I do the same thing, Mike, but you got to take 10 minutes a day. Take 10 minutes today that you're going to do something besides sit on the computer. And actually take the computer, put it down, and go do something, anything for 10 minutes. That's all you got to do, 10 minutes. Tomorrow, do 12 minutes. Next week, do 15 minutes. 2 days after that, do a half hour. And just do it every day, increase it a little bit. Don't have to do much. Just do something for 20 minutes. Take a shower. Take a shit, and not, do anything but sit and do what you're normally doing. And I'm not saying that don't do your normal everyday things. Do your normal everyday things. But when you're in that mode of sitting there looking at your computer and typing and searching and deep diving stupid subjects and looking at videos and titties and all this good crap, physically take the iPad or computer, put it aside, and walk and do something else for 10 minutes. It's all it takes to start getting motivated. Just do that 10 minutes. Put a timer on. Don't do it anymore. 10 minutes, stop, go back to what you're doing. Go back to looking at porn. I don't care what you do, but just do something besides that. That's how you change life. That's how you change things. Doing it all at once, you're never going to do it. You can't become 100% motivated and active in one day. It doesn't happen. Maybe somebody does. Hey, I'll praise you if you can, but I can't. I have to do things, tiny steps. One little thing, one day at a time, they say, but bullshit. Take it as one thing at a time. you can get through the next thing, go to the next thing after that. Don't forget, you can just chill. If you don't have anything pressing, just do it, you know. Veggie, I'd love to find that. I heard there's a thing about, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. He's talking about sativa. Is it true that the trichomes on a plant will be less amber? Okay, the less amber, the more clear and white the trichomes are, the more energetic a plant is, the more the smoke is. I don't smoke. I grow plenty of it, but I don't smoke. And that the more dark amber the trichomes are, the more couchy, stoned you'll be, like sleepy. I don't know. I heard that somewhere that light colored trichomes are more energetic pot than dark colored trichomes. My father's actually testing out the weed right now. We took a couple little like nugs off and dried them out just to test it, just to see if it's any good so far. I have no idea, so he's gonna tell me. I'll find out later if I go upstairs and he's freaking out on the couch. I can hear him, so he's watching TV, so I know he's not asleep. Anyways, God, I can't believe 14 people still here. I don't know what to talk about. Anybody have any questions? I'm kind of at a loss right now. I'm kind of talking about nothingness for a little while here. Not nothing to you guys, but nothingness, not mushroomy. Let's see. Well, I think we're going to call it a day, unless somebody... Okay, I'm going to be making some of that too. I'm going to take all the weed when I harvested, all the trimming. I made a tray to trim gel, I guess they call it, that I put 150 micron screen on the bottom so that I can save all the trichomes and keef, they call it, so I can make stuff out of that. Let's see. Hi there, Jason. South London. Wow. Cheers, mate. Pretty good reach we're getting now. South London. I don't know anybody in London. I know some people in Australia. I know some people in Canada. I know people everywhere, not London yet. Cool. Nice to meet you. Do you know that that artist Ren? He's from the UK. I love his work. I'm not saying you have to know him, but yeah, I love his art. His music is great. I know he's from somewhere over there. I don't know exactly where. I know it's in the UK somewhere. Let's see. PCs. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing too. I forgot to mention the barrel with the PC. I'm going to be able to use it down here in the basement for the winter to keep the heat up and everything too. So that should be interesting. I was talking to my father the other night when he was down. We were down here moving stuff around and working on the floor and everything. We were just down here. We weren't really working, but so why don't I just bring it in here in the winter? In the summer it sucks because we heat up the house. But yeah, we're going to bring the PC and the burner down in here so I can do my PC work down here too. So I'm basically going to have a nice little runaway here. I can go down here and just do everything now. I want to keep going up and down from doing PCs. I can move the PC right from the burner to the tent to the flow hood. So that's going to be nice. Yeah, no, Ronnie, I know that, but I was being led to believe from certain internet videos that the less amber, the more energetic a strain can be. That's all. I know the technical way to harvest with a loop and check the trichomes for cloudy amber and all that. Yeah, I know how to do that. I just looking for just information. When you start deep diving these things, you start getting into rabbit holes and you just find out all kinds of weird shit. And sometimes you just got to ask, what the fuck is this? No, Ace, it does not. I made a shoebox today. It was like 3 or 4 to 1. Here's 1 jar, 1 pint of corn colonized, and about 4 handfuls of CBG. So it was probably about 3 to 1. That was about it. Now when I do bags, I do 10 ounce. I do 8 ounces, 8 or 10, between 8 and 10 ounces of CBG, and 6 ounces of grain spawn. So it's like a 1.4 to 1. Something like that. So it ends up being about a pound, a little over a pound within an ounce or so. That's what these are. These are 10 ounces of CBG and 6 ounces of grain spawn. So you get 16 ounces, which is a pound. Sometimes it's a little over, sometimes it's a little under. So these weigh a pound. I can actually check them, make sure. Let's see what this one weighs exactly. I'm kind of curious too. It should weigh approximately 500 grams, give or take. No, not 500 grams. It should weigh. Let's see here. Tear that to 0. So this one's 325 grams. So that would be 10 ounces. So this one's a little light because the water's probably evaporated a lot of it. I don't know why that one's so light. This one's heavier. This one's 450 because it's actually got more moisture in it. So the moisture content's going to have a big difference as far as weight goes. But when the CVG is at field capacity and the corn is being jarred up, I use 16 ounces total. So 10 ounces of CVG and 6 ounces of grain. And that's mixed together into a cake. So that's a, I don't know, 1 to 0.6 ratio. I don't know if that makes sense. Thank you, Mike. Married Michael. CVG is the substrate. Cocoa coir, vermiculite, and gypsum. It's a generic term I use. I do not use CVG. I use cocoa coir with vermiculite or just straight cocoa coir. But I call it CVG because that's what everybody calls it. And it's just so much easier. It's like calling agar when you could use gelling gum, this or that. You know, agar is just what you put in a petri dish. Gypsum, it's like chalk, like calcium carbonate or calcium sulfate. So I can't, shit, you're getting me on technical terms. Calcium sulfate, I believe. Calcium sulfate. Let me check. I have it written down somewhere. CaSO4 2H2O. Calcium sulfate, I was right. Dehydrate. Yeah, calcium sulfate. Yeah, CCV. It's core. It's cocoa core. These here don't have any V or G. These have calcium carbonate in them. No, they don't. These don't. The water from the corn water has calcium carbonate in it. I do experiments and I don't tell everybody because half the time they fail. So I just, the original way works great, but the experiments might not work. So I don't recommend people doing it until they get used to doing it the regular way. But yeah, people do add little things into their grain and stuff, into their CVG. And when I cook my grain, I make drippy corn, which is a glucose additive to your corn boil. So when you're hydrating your corn, if you add in some glucose of some sort, that's then drippy corn, like honey, Caro syrup, sugar, I use coconut sugar or sorghum syrup. You can use that. Those are what you make drippy corn with. Now you're not putting a lot per 2-pound bag of corn and like an inch or two of water above it. You only want to use less than 1/8 of a cup or 1/4 of a cup for 2 bags of corn. Chalk pieces, yeah, same thing. Don't use drywall. Don't punch a hole in your wall and grab some drywall sheetrock. It's not the same. You're going to get drywall that's sucked up moisture from the air and contaminants for years or whatever. Just get some gypsum or some plaster of Paris. That's the same thing. Almost the same thing. It's pretty close. I've used it. Yeah, you can use chalk. You can use kids' chalk, the actual gypsum chalk. I mean, you can't use probably that colored weird shit. I don't know. Chalk, you can use regular chalk. I bought, for brewing, you can get calcium carbonate, which is basically calcium. That's what you're getting is the calcium out of all of these things. It's for the mushrooms, calcium. Calcium carbonate, I'm trying that instead of gypsum because it's a lot cleaner and it doesn't get into this big, hard, crappy pile every time you spill some or get some everywhere. So when I cook up my corn and my drippy corn, I basically take my pressure cooker, I put my corn in, put my hot water or my water in it, and then I start boiling that before I put the lid on the pressure cooker with a little bit of honey or a little bit of sugar. This last batch I did, I put 2 squirts of honey, maybe a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. And then I put a teaspoon of coconut sugar in it. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of gypsum or calcium carbonate. That's it. Stirred it up. Once it came to a boil, I put the lid on the pressure cooker. When it got to 15 psi, I set a 20-minute timer. After 20 minutes, I turned it off and it was done. And I jarred it up. Video's online. It's really easy. Yeah, the white chalk. Yeah, people be going out and getting black chalk. Green chalk. Why is my stuff green? That's the other thing too, guys. I learned blue and green are very fun colors when you're making agar and stuff, because when you go from agar into jars or into grain, sometimes you see little pieces of agar that are green. They're not trike. Ed was just talking about this on his show, that throwing away bags of stuff that looks like it's got trick, but it's not. It's just a piece of agar in the corner. Yeah, Mike, next week what we'll do is I'll go through a whole freaking start to finish grow thing. I'll get a list of everything that you need and how everything works, and I'll start a series on that. Just get everybody a start to finish how to grow something. But yeah, we can do something like that. That would be good. I can show you guys CVG next week. I got some upstairs. I got some coconut floor upstairs. I'll have to get some vermiculite. I don't have any. Vermiculite's hard to get in this area because you can only buy it on Amazon, or I can go to Home Depot, but nearest Home Depot is like $25. I got to go to Home Depot this week anyway, so I'll get some vermiculite. There we go. Solve that problem. Thank you. I'm thinking, yeah. Now my head's going crazy with Home Depot thoughts. I got to buy a couple dozen fairing 1x3s to build the room, or 1x2s. I don't know. I'm using furring strips instead of 2x4s because it's not going to need that much structure. It's just walls to keep plastic up. So if I was putting sheetrock or something up, that'd be different. But just the whole plastic, I can make it structurally sound with 1x3 furring strips. Hey, Ed, what's up? Yeah, I was just mentioning that. Thank you. But I saw the same thing after you said that. I was looking at some of my grain jars, and I had one that had little green pieces in the corner. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's a piece of agar. Thanks, Ed. But yeah, don't do that, guys. Watch out for your agar. Thanks for coming. But yeah, just different ways of getting calcium into your grows, guys. Well, we got pretty much everything done so far for today, guys. I'm going to be building a lab this week. Hey, Kimberly, nice to see you. Thanks for coming, Ed. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming, Kimberly. Yeah, I hope the volume's a lot better because I keep forgetting about the different cameras. Like if I film with my iPhone or if I film with an iPad, the volume's going to be different. So I talk and I'm in different areas. So thank you for letting me know about that the other day. I redid a voiceover on that video just because, yeah, it was horrible. I tried to listen to it too. It's amazing how much stuff you have to pay attention to just to make a little video. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody coming. And Mike, I will get that out to you. We'll talk. Mike, right? You won the giveaway, I believe. And yeah, we'll talk. Pick something out, find out what you want, and I'll send something out to you. We'll get you either some cultures, or I can send you out some CVG in a bag and something else if you want to try that. We can find a nice gift for you for the winning that guess contest on the fruit. Guessing how heavy this fruit was. This beautiful little fruit. Anyways. Thank you, guys. You have a great day, and I will see you during the week and next Sunday at least. I don't know if there's going to be another live video coming up on YouTube this afternoon from Ed and DK. I'm going to find out after this. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Kimberly. Jambo, thanks for coming. Mike Baraball. Ronnie, thanks for coming. Mary Myco, thanks for coming. Ace, thanks for coming. Badger, thanks for coming. Ronnie, Nerdy, thanks for coming. Yeah, Mike, we'll get in touch one way or the other, or I'll see you on Mondays or something. We'll get in touch. Thank you all for coming. Have a great day, and I will see you all on the next stream. Peace out. Much love.